Welcome to Paying for Your Undergraduate Degree at McGill University, brought to you by the Scholarships and Student Aid Office. In this video, we'll discuss the various funding sources for your first-time undergraduate degree at McGill. No matter who you are, where you're from, or what your supports are, your degree costs money, so understanding where that money comes from is essential to getting started. Consider tuition, fees, books, rent, food, and other essential expenses, all of which can be magnified for students who don't have Quebec residency, and especially for students who take on debt to finance their studies. Our philosophy at McGill is that there are 4 pillars of financial support when a student arrives at McGill. The first pillar is your parents or guardians, as it's expected that most will contribute relative to their own financial capacity. We recommend that you have this important discussion with your family early on, and on a regular basis throughout your degree. This way, you'll have a solid understanding of how much they can afford to help you. If your extended family, like a grandparent, is also providing support, you will need to have this conversation with them as well. The second pillar is you. Many students self-finance at least part of their studies through part-time work, summer jobs, other savings, or perhaps what they earn through scholarships or other recognitions with money attached. The third pillar is government assistance, some requiring reimbursement and some not. Every Canadian province and territory has student financial assistance programs. Students from other countries may also have government aid programs to help with their costs of attendance. Canadian citizens and permanent residents apply for government aid to their home province, also known as province of residency. In other words, you apply based on where you live permanently, not based on where your university is located. For most first-degree students, the government considers you to be dependent on your parent or parents' financial capacity to help cover the cost of attendance. As such, your parents or legal guardians will also need to be part of the application process. This is irrespective of what your parents will actually contribute to your studies. As a dependent student, the Canadian provincial and territorial student financial assistance programs will consider parental income to determine the total amount of assistance you can get from the government and the proportion of grants versus loans. Because McGill voluntarily participates in the U.S. Direct Loan Program, American students are also eligible to apply for subsidized and unsubsidized direct loans, as well as Grad Plus and Parent Plus loans to help pay for your McGill degree. American students can get loans regardless of financial capacity, but expected family contribution will impact how much of the loan's interest is subsidized by the government. We cover this information in more detail in our next video of this series titled Federal Aid for U.S. Students. There's plenty of additional information on our website to help support your research into which financial aid options are available to you. Government aid at mcgill.ca/studentaid/government, Quebec government aid at mcgill.ca/studentaid/government/Quebec, government aid for Canada out-of-province students at mcgill.ca/studentaid/government/Canada, and U.S. student aid at mcgill.ca/studentaid/government/US. The fourth and final pillar is McGill University. We are a supplemental contributor of financial resources. In other words, we don't replace the other pillars, but we supplement them. We take financial investment in both our prospective and current students very seriously. Some resources, like scholarships, are based on merit to acknowledge top academic performance. Others are need-based, which means after a student's other resources are considered, McGill will offer financial aid packages in the form of bursaries and/or loans to help with unmet needs. We don't replace expected resources, but we can supplement them for students with demonstrated financial need. Did you know Maclean's Magazine University Rankings consistently places McGill at number 1 in student scholarships and bursaries as a percentage of the university's budget? Planning financially for your studies is no easy feat. If you're looking for guidance on calculating your costs and creating a budget, visit our website. We also have links to recorded webinars with more extensive information. If it's your first time applying for government student aid, or you would like to consult with someone about your specific situation, feel free to connect with our office for additional support.